G'day, it's Picken here. I'm out for a morning run here in the beautiful setting of Nice, and you can see the heads behind me there. I had a couple of messages today. Today's Workers' Day, and pretty much all over the world it's a public holiday, and it brings two major thoughts to my mind. One is the whole thing around Workers' Day, and most people today will be having a holiday. They'll be chilling and trying to get away from the drudgery of their work and not having to think about going back to work the next day. And my uncle taught me at a very young age that he loves what he does, and therefore he gets to go on holiday every single day and he gets paid to do it. And it's quite interesting because today is May Day and it's Workers' Day, and I've got two colleagues arriving in about half an hour, and I too will be working, if that's what you call it. However, for me it's very much what I set myself a goal when my uncle taught me is that I go on holiday every single day and I get paid to do it. And so the question for you is, do you have you created that in your life? Are you following your passion and your purpose? And really enjoying what you do in your life. The second thing for me that's really important as a lesson is that it's really a lesson that I was reminded by Warren Buffett. And Warren Buffett says that people are always going out there and that they're trying to kind of create wealth through one single income, but ultimately you need to create a forest and you need to have many different sources of income. And when you do that, you ultimately are going to go on and be successful. And apparently I read a book recently by Tony Robbins where you need to aim for about 15 different sources of income to really have financial freedom, because then you're not reliant on any one. So again, if you're a worker and you're relying on one income or one paycheck, then you've got a major problem. There's another caveat to that I think is important, is that if you're trying to build a forest of pine trees, and what that basically means is assets, and it takes, 10, 15 years to build the forest, and then you can only make money when you cut them down. That for me is like buying gold. It's like buying bitcoins. It's basically buying assets that don't provide you an income. Whereas if you buy a fruit plantation, and therefore every single year it gives you fruit, and that fruit you could sell without having to cut the tree down, well, then you've bought income producing assets. Then you truly are doing what the wealthiest of the wealthy do. And as an example, in Warren Buffett's case, he invests in Coca-Cola shares. They're in 100 different countries. And, as my uncle said during the crash in 2008, 2009, no matter what happens, people will always drink Coke, and therefore they'll always pay a dividend. Well, the same for me is that I've learned from the wealthiest people, they invest in income producing assets, and by that I mean commercial real estate that can weather the storms of economic upheaval. They diversify. They're across many different continents, many different currencies, many different asset classes. And so, my request on this Workers' Day, if you do have a holiday, go read some books, go and empower yourself, maybe get some information so that you can make the right decisions for you and your family. But most importantly, stop being a worker. Start celebrating that you truly are empowered now, that you truly have the ability to go out there and find the solutions for you and your family. And whether that's finding a position or job or whatever you want to call it, a vocation that really is truly what you want in your life, or maybe it's building out multiple income streams so that you can create the life you want in the future, or maybe it's both, which I'm truly privileged and grateful to have achieved in my life. Anyway, the reason we created Wealth Migrate was so that people can invest in multiple asset classes across multiple countries, multiple currencies, invest it and manage it all on one's cell phone or one's desktop. And truly for me, that is about building that plantation, that fruit plantation, rather than just a forest of assets. Anyway, that's my short message here from Workers' Day. Don't be a worker. Go out there and empower yourself. Be someone that's going to be part of creating the future. But most importantly, create the purpose, create the destiny of why you're here on this planet. And it's certainly not to be a worker in the sense of the drudgery. It's about creating the future you want. Make sure you make it happen. That's my message on this holiday. Enjoy.